up and sit down.
And now, streaming live from the sunny Southern California coast, this is Options Uncensored.
Hey everyone, I'm Steve. Welcome to Options Uncensored. We're making real option trades in real time together. Let's get right into it. First things first, make sure you have your brokerage account open so you can follow along. Have your YouTube video quality set as high as possible. That way you can read the numbers a whole lot easier. Have a calculator ready so you can do some easy math. If you have a question or a stock you want to go over live, leave it in the comment section and we'll do it together. And finally, remember, this is not financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Happy Tuesday, everyone. We got CPI out this morning. Let's go over our open positions. Boeing and Roku, underwater. Roku's coming back a bit today, so that one will be a close one. These are both December expiration, which is Friday. So we have a lot happening today and tomorrow, so there's still some time for Roku to play out at least. Boeing, we'll have to handle that one on Friday together if these don't roll till January. AMD got filled yesterday at 69, so marks at 75, down a little bit, but not bad. Our SPY position, short call spread. These are all short call spread. We rolled this one last week till January to buy some more time. No issues there. Russell, down $1, and XBI coming back today as well. So it's got some green today, not bad. We do have the Fed meeting tomorrow, so we should have a lot of action tomorrow as well. First up is Oracle, ORCL. This is post earnings. Down 10.5% today. Here's our chart. It's catching a bid here, which makes sense at 102. Let's look at the put side. So we're still trading for new contracts, January expiration, 38 days expiration. You'd have to sell the 95 and buy the 90. So post earnings, a lot of the volatility, which means that a lot of the option premium has been sucked out, so it's not worth as much. Let's take 46 minus 16, divide that by 2, and divide that by 500, 3%. So not worth it anymore. What about the call side? If you sold the 110 and bought the 115, 81 minus 28 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5.3% there. So not a big enough move to make this worth it. Moving on, Johnson Controls, JCI. I don't know if there's going to be enough liquidity in this one, but it is post earnings. No. Not enough volume. It is down 6% today, but let's keep moving on. Hasbro. I don't think this is an earnings move. I think they had an announcement with layoffs or weak guidance going forward. Earnings are February 15th. Not much reaction here. On the put side, not a lot of volume. A lot of open interest here, though. Call side, skip the call side. No go on this one. Let's move on. GM, I think Ford, GM, the autos were in the news this morning because of concerns about their EV production. Earnings are January. Here's the chart hitting the 200-day in the past couple days. That's interesting to keep an eye on. On the call side, if you sold 37, bought 39, 25 minus 9 divided by 2 divided by 200, 4% there. That's okay. Put side. Skip the put side. Next, Wyndham. We'll look at Wyndham and Choice Hotels. There were rumors about a buyout between the two. I think Choice Hotels buying Wyndham, but not a lot of movement on it. I'm surprised. Wyndham turns down by Choice. Okay, so they turned it down. Earnings on the 14th. Looks like gapped up and sold off. Let's take a look at Choice Hotel. CHH. No volume here. If you have no volume, you have no liquidity, and it makes the trades hard to fill, hard to roll, hard to close. Next, Pfizer. Pfizer and Seagen have a deal that closes, I think, this week on the 14th. Yeah, expect to close on the 14th. So let's look at Seagen instead. SGEN up almost 3.5% today. Earnings are in February. So at this point, the options will get a little wonky. Yeah, no volume. This is a done deal. Interesting. Okay, moving on. Macy's. So Macy's was in the news yesterday for a potential buyer. And then we got a big downgrade today. I think got downgraded to sell. City cut to sell. So a lot of back and forth in Macy's, which gives us some volatility here. Selling the call side looks interesting, even though it's down 4% today. Would have been better to sell the call side yesterday. Just don't get paid for it. For January, you need to sell the 23. You can only get 18 cents. So skip it. Put side. Same thing, not worth it. Okay. Walmart is next. I don't think Walmart's in the news per se today. I think it's just been down a lot. So post-earnings gap down, sell-off on earnings day, and it's continued to sell off. Put side, nothing here. The 145 is a little too close, and the 140 is too far out. Call side, skip it. All right, let's check out oil today. USO, I think oil's down big. Still trying to get USO to around 61 or 62. It's on the put side. If you want to sell the put side today, though, jump the gun, sell the 58, and buy the 53. 79 minus 29, you're not going to get paid for it. 2 divided by 500. 5% on the nose. The call side, if you sold the 72 and bought the 77, that's 68 minus 23 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.5%. Let's look at XOP. Higher price, you get paid more. On the put side, let's take a look at the chart really quick here. As long as you move past the 126 on the put side. If you sold the 119 and bought the 114, it's 115 minus 60 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5.5% there. That one's not bad. The call side, if you sold the 142, yeah, I bought the 147, 82 minus 39 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.3. So you get paid more to sell the put side. Maybe we'll do this one. Where's 119 on the chart for XOP? Down here. We'll make a note of this and come back later. Interesting. We're getting close on selling puts on oil. All right, let's go to our IV rank scanner, and we'll sort by volume. Very quiet day news-wise. And just as the end of the year, a lot of earnings have passed, so there's not a lot of volatility in any of this. IWM's down to 21. Have our short call spread there. Flat. If he opens up something today on IWM, same thing. Still sell the 197 and buy. Yikes. Yeah, buy the 200. What do you get? 108 minus 68 divided by 2 divided by 300. Same exact trade I'm in. 20 cents is what you'd make. 6.6%. That's not bad still. If you got a small account, it's a $300 spread. Not bad. SoFi is an $8 stock. We'll skip that. Avago up big. AVGO. I don't think there's anything to do here, but just want to check out the chart. Yeah, past couple days post earnings move. All-time highs too. So that's interesting. Let's look at the call side just for fun. It's going to be too illiquid. If you sold the 1140 and bought the 1150. Not a lot of volume here. 1005 minus 875 divided by 2 divided by 1,000. 6.5%. It's not bad. Your spread is really tight. So you can go farther out. Some volume at the 1200. Let's skip this one. Just because it's too illiquid. TLT. We'll follow up the TLT tomorrow and Thursday after the Fed's meeting. It's too early to do something there. I'm trying to short a call spread around 97, 97.5. Not there yet. Pfizer. We already looked at Pfizer. Upstart. Let's take a look at Upstart. Traded Upstart back in August. Let's look at the put side. If you sold the 25 and bought the 20, yeah. 67 minus 19 divided by 2 divided by 500, not even 5%. Call side. If you sold the 47.5 and bought the 52.5, it's a little close though. 129 minus 84 divided by 2 divided by 500, 4.5% there. Not worth it. Beyond Meat, it's a $10 stock. Silver, I don't think gold is doing anything. Same thing, gold will move after the Fed meeting, if anything. Paramount. Skip. Citigroup. Let's take a look at Citi. Earnings are in mid-January. January 12th. So like I said, I think we looked at this one yesterday too. This expiration will include earnings. Put side, you'd have to go out to the 44. You don't get paid for it. Call side. Skip the call side. Let's look at the KRE. maybe topping out. I still think it can continue up to around 55, 56. Could hit resistance anywhere between 54 and 56. If we sold the call side now, do you move past 54? No, you have to sell the 53. Not yet. XBI still has some volatility. Let's take a look. We have our position open, down $8. And it's a $500 spread. So for January, we've sold the 85 and bought the 90. Take a look at the chart really quick. Okay, we opened this on November 30th. That was right here. Just killed some time. 85, the short strike is here. The 90's up here. If you want to open something today, if I had to open something again, I'd sell the 86 and buy the 91. What do you get? 79 minus 27 divided by 2 divided by 500. 5.2% is 26. We're trying to make 27. So same thing, around 5%. Sell the 86 by the 91. That seems fair. It is an ETF, so these ETFs, you don't get paid as well as individual stocks just because the ETF will smooth out a lot of volatility. On the put side, I haven't looked at the put side. Sell the 71 and buy 66. You don't get paid for it. 57 minus 19 divided by 2 divided by 500. Worse. You only get 3.8%. So there's definitely call skew. You get paid more to sell the call side. Interesting. Moving on. CCJ. We traded this one post earnings back in October, I think. Let's take a look at it. Very liquid, so that's good about this one. It says here on E-Trade, no volatility at all. So, earnings are February 8th. Okay. We sold a call spread post earnings, and it got filled within a week or so. This is uranium company. Call side. You'd have to go all the way out to the 50. You sell the 50 by the 55. That's 78 minus 21 divided by 2 divided by 500. 5.7. That's okay. 50 is just a little too close. Where's 50 on the chart? 50's right here. It's fairly priced is what it is. There's no edge here. It makes sense. Put side. If you sold the 40, you have to sell the 40. Don't buy the 35. It's too liquid, no volume. A lot of open interest though. Buy the 36. 40, that's 50 minus 15 divided by 2 divided by 400. 4.3. So you get paid more to sell the call side. Again, that makes sense. Call skew as well. Moving on. American Airlines. Nah, too small. GLD. Fine, let's take a look. It's showing more volatility. I don't know why. Maybe for the Fed meeting tomorrow. Again, it's kind of stuck here in no man's land. It's no clear direction. So let's look if there's skew. The put side, you're getting 37. Call side, you're getting 103. So there's call skew. You want to sell the call side. You sold the 191 and bought the 196. 103 minus 45 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost 6%. It's 5.8% there, but we got the Fed meeting tomorrow, so gold's going to move. 191 on the charts right here. That's too close. I wouldn't open this one yet. Maybe after the meeting, if there's a big rally up, sure. We'll follow up a Thursday morning for sure. Don't sell the put side. GameStop, no. Moderna. Let's take a look at Moderna. mRNA. To go back to 2020 here. As long as we move past 59 on the put side. $60. That makes sense. I wouldn't sell the put side on this one. On the call side, 90's too close, 95's too far out. If you sold the 95, bought the 100, that's 121 minus 72 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5% on the nose. Put side, if you sold the 65, bought the 60, 119 minus 60 divided by 2 divided by 500, almost 6% there, but this 65 short strike's a little too close. I'd rather sell the 60 and buy the 55. You just don't get paid for it. Skip this one for now. We need clear movement first. Just hanging out in no man's land. Kava. Is that right? Up 10% today. Up 12%. Earnings are March 5th. Market perform from Raymond James. That was November 17th. No news at all. I wonder what the deal is on this one. Just up 12%. Put side, skip the put side, call side. To a liquid. USO, we already looked at that. Rather do XOP. Lyft, no. Micron has earnings in what? Next week? We'll follow up with Micron after earnings. We traded that one a bunch before. UNG, too small. Costco, earnings are a couple days. Nike, earnings on the 21st. Let's take a look at ARM. Earnings are on February 1st. Chart. Almost back to the IPO. Put side, you'd have to sell the 55 and buy. There's nothing to buy. That's the problem. If you want to sell the puts, if you want cash secured puts, you could sell the 55. I don't know if I'd want to do that though. Call side, if you sold the 75 and bought the 80. 106 minus 54 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5.2% there. You could do better. Chewy, no. Fisker, Walgreens, no. I think Walgreens got a downgrade today. FedEx, earnings on the 19th. Adobe, earnings are tomorrow after the close. Sava, I don't know this one. SAVA. Up 12%. A little bit of volume. but 2 illiquid. Put side, call side, 2 illiquid. Some volume, some open interest, but the bid ask is too wide here. Okay, moving on. JetBlue, no. All right, let's go through one more scanner really quick, and then we'll go back to XOP. Volatility, 90-day. Coinbase. We didn't look at Coinbase in a while. We're trying to sell the call side. Looks like it's topped out here. Earnings move up and then this big move up afterwards. Just the shorts getting squeezed. Should have hit resistance around here, around 150, which it kind of did. Can we still sell the call side? Selling the 175 and buying the 180. A little liquid here. That's the problem. That's why we never sold anything. If you want to go all the way out to... you want to sell the 200 and buy the 210, you get paid? More liquid. 191 minus 141 divided by 2 divided by 1,000, 2.5%. Put side. We sold the 105 and bought the 100. 221 minus 162 divided by 2 divided by 500. Almost 6% there. Where's 105 on the chart? Yeah, no one wants to sell the put side. It's fairly priced. I'd skip it for now. I'd wait for a pullback to around 111, then sell the put side, but not yet. All right, let's go back to XOP. I think that's the best candidate for today. Don't have to worry about earnings here. On the put side, we're looking at selling the 119 and buying the 114. Let's do the math one more time. That's 111 minus 58 divided by 2 divided by 500, 5.3%. Pushing it here. 119 on the chart. 119's down here. Doesn't mean it can't get there. It sure can. You have this ascending trend line. You have this descending trend line. It's kind of in no man's land. $119, $114. Go to verticals. 5 is the width. 119, 114 is right here. Let's go for 57. So we'll buy 1 January 114 on the put side and sell 1 January 119 on the put side. We'll receive a credit of $57. Preview this. Double check the ticket. Buy 1 114 put to open. Sell 1 119 put to open. Receive a credit of $57. That's important. Go ahead and send that out. This will hang out all day here. If it gets filled, 57 divided by 2. We'll set a buy to close order. Good till canceled. Limit debit at $28. Okay? Everything else looks fine for today. If Boeing and Roku get filled, great. If not, I'll update everyone on Friday, either closing it out for the loss or doubling down, averaging down more contracts and rolling to January. Our strikes on Roku are awfully close, believe it or not. Even though we've only got 4 days here, we sold the 95 and bought the 100. If the Fed news is a big market mover and this sells off big time tomorrow and Thursday, this could actually move outside of our strikes. Very possible, but we've got 3.5 days to do a lot of work. Boeing is probably going to be a lost cause. But again, if you've been watching a long time, this is first loss of the entire year. We've made it all the way to December without any losses. That's incredible. You usually get a couple losses scattered throughout the entire year. To get 2 of them all the way in December is interesting. Just had this incredible move up in Boeing. But if you don't have a Boeing position open now, selling the call side here for January. Sell the 270 by the 275. 203 minus 135. Divided by 2. Divided by 500. 6.8. Man, if I didn't have this wonko position open now, I would sell the 270 by the 275 for January expiration. 270's up here. That would be one hell of a run if it made it all the way up to 270. Jesus. Wow. Yeah, if I didn't have this dumb position open, I would sell the 270 by the 275. That's an easy one. All right, that'll do it for today. Thanks so much for watching. We go live every morning, 7:15 a.m. on the West Coast, 10:15 a.m. on the East Coast. Trading Options Live. Like and subscribe. You'll get alerts when we go live. Also, tell your friends who are trading options to tune in and subscribe as well. See you tomorrow morning before the Fed meeting. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.